Hey, good afternoon. How about? As you can see, I'm tired, but you practically compel me to do this interview. And who am I to say no? So I'm here. So let's shoot. I think you mentioned something on leadership unfiltered. Okay. My name is Sanni Babatunde Ajani, SBA for short. I've been a member of this organization for the past 25 years. I've go through the rank from collegiate till city before I became a rooster when I clocked my 40 years as an individual. So I became a live member of the organization in 2021 when I was awarded the JCI senatorship during the national convention that was held in Lekki, Lagos. Of course, I'm currently volunteering as interim executive secretary for JCI Nigeria, and I'm married with a lovely daughter named Morgia. For me, that's the love of my life. So I remain committed to the ideal and principle of JCI. But whatever happens, we must continue to make impact in our local environment. We must continuously grow ourselves, and we must continuously be a better version of ourselves. So that's who I am. Oh, I forgot to also mention, I'm also a student. I'm a student of life. If I have stayed this long, the organization, that shows that I'm indeed happy with the value the organization has provided for me, having been a member. So of course I'm satisfied. But are there room for improvement? Of course, yes. But at least the organization have whet my appetite in a way that made me stay long for 25 years. So, yeah. As jokingly, I used to have a conversation with some of my friends that we did JCI together, and when we were in collegiate, I said, this organization, no, nobody can pursue us away. Oh. If it be, we'll be using walking stick when we go so old, like 80, 85, 90, 100, to still find time or find reason to still attend the JCI event. So it's been a very roller coaster. It's been a partnership that works as an individual with JCI as a platform. So it's so good to be a member of JCI. So I actually have two different parts, but I joined the JCI when I was a student in Moshood Abiola Polytechnic, Abeokuta. But the passion grew so much when I transferred my studentship. That's for my HND from Moshood Abiola Polytechnic to the Polytechnic Ibadan between 2005 and 2007. As some of the friends or some of the members that we ran the shows together, we are still best of friends today. So those are the two parts I experienced when I was a collegiate. So it's just a case of people using your name to determine your alias, to determine your AKA. It's because I bear Babatunde. So there is a notion, there is a general notion that whoever bear Babatunde simply means maybe his dad or his grandpa died before he was born. So that's how it came to be. But I prefer to be called SB. But that's my real name. So I've been volunteering for the past 1.5 years. And as part of the thing that I share during my training with Southwest local president and the yesterday, because I have a duty to serve people or serve local organization. So it makes me to stretch myself to learn things that ordinarily I don't need so much of learning on. But because I served different local organizations, so I had no choice to learn them. So it has helped my growth significantly. And I have cause to mention it to people that things that I've learned in the last 19 months thereabouts had made me to be a better person. There are things that ordinarily I wouldn't have put too much energy to learn, to have knowledge on. But because I needed that knowledge, due to the service I need to provide the LOs, so I had no choice that for me to grow my expertise and be a better person. Of course, so after finished serving my city LO in 2018 as president, I was elected as national vice president in 2019, and I was appointed as director of communication for 2020. Of course, I actually became 40 in 2020. So that's my last official role. So it's for me, because if you remember vividly, the year of 2020 was the year of COVID-19, where a lot of restrictions were placed. So there was no opportunity for us to even do physical projects. So we did a lot of advocacy virtually. So it was very helpful to meet people across different borders. We had programs, we have online events that cut across different African countries as well as Middle East. So it was very helpful. As much as, yes, we are restricted to just stay in one place for some hours, but again, we made it to our advantage by interacting with different JCI members across the globe. So it was very helpful. So if you compare my current role as IES to the roles I've occupied, when I served as national vice president, I was posted to a particular district. So I actually posted to Southeast District 1 that covers Edo and all the Southeast states, which is Enugu, Anambra, Imo, Abia, as well as Imo. So my major service was restricted to those states. And when I served as communication director, of course, I was serving in different parts of the country. But when I'm now serving as IES, it's me providing services to about over 100 local organizations. I also do the same about 50 to 70 national board members. So you cannot compare the level of commitment or the level of dedication that one is offering now. So when I just serve a district, I serve as the communication, because at the end of the day, even the activities of national vice president or different directorates within JCI Nigeria reside primarily at the secretariat of JCI Nigeria, which I currently head. So it's a lot, but again, it has occupying this position has been helpful in terms of my growth and also in terms of my personal development. So no complaint, I'm enjoying it. But again, just that we also need to do more for our national nation to be at that place that every one of us be proud to be a JCI Nigeria members. You see, that's usually a code that I enjoy so much. And if you won't believe in that code very much, you just see that doing it make you a fulfilled person. And that quote is just expect nothing but appreciate everything. So if your reason for volunteering is to amass wealth, you might not see the need in volunteering on projects or in a position in a position that you cannot get finances from. But if you see it as a call to service, as a call to provide leadership at every point in time, of course, you definitely put yourself in and you make that contributions. But at the end of the day, the question should always be that what will I be remembered for? Will I make significant positive contribution to my national organization or to my local organization? So this should always be at the back of our mind. That whatever happens, volunteering itself is is part of the reason why we exist as human beings. It's a part of the reason why we exist as human beings. So volunteering means you are fulfilling that part of your existence as human being on this earth. So I will only encourage people that see volunteering as a means to develop yourself, grow yourself, earn your skills, and also, most importantly, make significant contribution, positive contribution this time around to your immediate environment. Knowledge. So what's the answer? Let me see. But you can also you also provide knowledge to people. You also you are rooted locally. Uh, JCI local organization. My final word is to young people of this country or for people who are also listening or who are watching this episode that we must continuously work towards a community, a country that we envision. So if you envision your neighbor, your neighborhood, your community to be the best among its committee of communities, then you must continuously provide sustainable solutions to local problems that is peculiar to your community. So let's continue to make impact and let's continue to be a better version of ourselves. Let's continue to volunteer because at the end of the day, whatever happens, you only have this country. Nobody can be this country except us. And I also like to encourage, like, we share, subscribe, so that you can continuously watch our leadership unfiltered. Thank you.
Chef system. Can you say something so that we can
No matter it's disturbing my life.
no problem? Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
As you can see, I'm fine.